Hi everyone. It has been such a long time that I have not filmed a video. As you guys can see, I am pregnant again. Um, Honestly, I haven't done any videos whatsoever. Um, but today I guess I will introduce. I have been like keeping up with notes and things like that. So the next few videos would be like pregnancy updates. So that's what you guys are going to be seeing next. But this video is basically going to be I am pregnant. I think that you guys saw like the first video that I did with my daughter when I was kind of saying like how I found out and all of that. And I don't really remember the video, but I know it's like something along those lines. It has been, let me see, a year and 2 months since that video, the last video that I posted, not the video that I'm talking about. So pretty long time. But let's get right into it. So I found out I was pregnant in July, like at the end of July, and it was the day after my birthday. So usually I never like take a test like right when I miss my period, because there's been instances where I miss my period that day and then I'll take a test and then it's negative. So I'm just like, there's no point. And so I waited maybe like, I'm gonna say like 10 days or something along those lines. It was the day after my birthday and it was a Tuesday, I remember, because my birthday this year was a Monday. And I was just like, you know what, I think it's time for me to take a test because I had sore breasts and I had to miss my period. I didn't have sore breasts with my daughter. I don't know if you guys remember the updates, if you guys have watched like the beginning. I never caught that with my daughter. So I was like, well, it's really weird. But honestly, initially, I was like the same thing that I thought that was with my daughter, like that I was because in a diet. But I keep in mind, I had been on a diet for quite a while. So since April, so May, June, July, August, September, August, no, 3 months, somewhere around there. So yeah, April, no, May. April doesn't count. May. So all April. 3 months. So I lost a lot of weight. I was like, oh, maybe it's because, you know, now I'm working out, because I started working out those days. Like I was just on a diet, but I wasn't like working out because with my job I was always like moving around. But then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a test. So I went into Target. I was running some errands with my daughter and my brother. Like sorry, my daughter is sleeping right now. She's sleeping right now, so you might hear her snore. And yeah, I said I was gonna say that anymore. Oh my god. Finished the errands and then I stopped by Target. Like I wasn't gonna buy anything, but I was like, you know what, because I was like gonna wait like 3 more days. I was like, you know what, let me wait 3 more days to see what happens. And so I was like, that's what I was thinking, because that's what I had thought that morning. But in that instant after I had finished the errands, you know what, I was like, you know what, let me go just go to Target and buy a test. There's no reason for me to wait 3 days. If I'm pregnant, it's gonna come, it's gonna show up. And I went ahead and went into Target. I went, and this specific day, the Target that I go to is normally not that busy. only like on the weekends whenever I go like a Saturday during the day or Sunday during the day, that's when it's busy. But this day it was a Tuesday like afternoon, it was so busy. And I remember like I went to grab the test, I came back, I went to the self-checkout, and the line was huge. Like I was in that line for 5 minutes, and usually self-checkout doesn't take a long time. And I couldn't go to the registers because they were really long, and there was like 3 lines open and lanes open, and I was like, I cannot, I'm gonna be there for probably more than 10 minutes. So I went ahead and went to self-checkout. I waited, but my anxiety was literally like through the roof. I was like, oh my god, like it's not like, in my mind I was like, oh my god, what if I really am? Because my daughter at the time, she was 1 year and a month old, so she was 13 months old. And I was like, it's like, I was just, my mind was like, had so many thoughts. So once I got to register, I paid obviously, but I never ever get those expensive, like the clear blue first response. I never get those. I always get like the cheapies, because I'm like, I'm not gonna waste like $10 and then for it to be negative. So then I was like, let me go ahead and just grab like the cheapest. I think it was like $4. I don't remember, $4 or $6. And it had like 2 tests. I think it was $6. And it was like the Up and Up brand. And so I ran to the Target restroom, and I was like, okay, let me take the test. I got kind of nervous, and I was like, you know, opening it and everything. And then I obviously, like, I didn't have a cup, so like I kind of like peed right through it. Usually you're supposed to get a cup, and I didn't. And so I closed the cap. So I did it right at when I was gonna finish, you know, my business in the restroom. And I closed it, and like the, you know how it's like it goes through. And right when I was like, it had like 2 holes, so it started going to the first hole, and then that becomes a line, and then that specific one was a cross. That's what it's supposed to look like. And then I went to the second one, and right there and then it started to appear, and I was like, oh my god. My mind went blank. With my daughter, it was like blank, but I was like super like, oh my god, like, oh. But this time I was like, oh my god, like I was literally like, oh my god. And so then I was like, you know what, let me buy like, now let me get a first response, let me get like the more expensive. So I went back to the same aisle, went to grab, it was like a digital one, because I'm like, I can't read that wrong. I was still like in denial. So I went ahead and went to the aisle and grabbed like the first response, but it was only like 2 digital. I didn't get the ones with lines or anything. Like, you guys are seeing all my stretch marks, I'm so sorry. But I felt like I never showed them. I don't remember if I showed them ever, like in my updates, but I kind of just wanted to point it out. I'm like, yes, I know I'm showing stretch marks. It's one of my biggest insecurities. They were left from my first pregnancy, but it's just one of the biggest insecurities that I have. And yeah, I just want to kind of to point it out, because yes, I know like that they're there. Just want to point that out. Anyway, going back to the story. So I went ahead and grabbed the digital, obviously paid in that long line, waited 5 more minutes. But at this point, I bought the prenatal vitamins, and obviously I went back to the restroom and it came back positive, and I was like, oh my god. Like I was in shock. Maybe the first 2 weeks, and to this day sometimes I'm just like, I can't believe it. But then I called my doctor obviously and did all the you know, the first things that you do is call your doctor, schedule appointments and things like that. And I scheduled my appointment. I went in and they did like blood, drew blood. I was there for like 4 hours. And basically they always do like routine things, but everything came back normal. And so yeah, that's kind of how I found out. It's not pretty exciting, but I thought, say, since it's the first video of this pregnancy, let me give you guys a little backstory so that we were caught up. So yeah, you guys will be seeing a lot of this close because I literally have not, like, I've just taken notes, but like I have not like filmed a video, and it's just because I've been putting it off. But I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm gonna try to be more active like I was with my first pregnancy, because I was watching the videos and it feels so good to go back and watch. So yeah guys, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.